What are the top 5 or 6 or 7 things that you should be doing if you want to be a successful writer? I'm going to count them off for you right now. Hey guys and gals, boys and girls, authors and author wannabes. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Tim here again, dispensing wit, wisdom, and advice when it comes to writing, editing, publishing, selling, etc., etc., with the whole goal of all of this to help you become a better writer. I hope the writing is going good. I hope you are making headway in your novel or short story or whatever you're working on. Hey, don't forget, if you are interested in what we do here, make sure you click the subscribe button below. You're going to see a little bell icon. If you click on that, YouTube, out of the goodness of its heart, will let you know every time I post a video. And I do this 5 or 6 times a week. And God forbid you miss this, because as I say, it is an entertainment value, mainly because it's free. So this is the program where we talk about all things authoring and publishing. Primarily what I do is I answer questions submitted by viewers such as yourself. And today, this one wasn't really submitted by anyone. It's kind of a conglomeration, because a lot of people are always asking about, Tim, what are your top tips for writers? And so I just kind of jotted a few down, and I'll probably think of more as I go. But I thought, here are the top 5, 6, 7, 8 things that I think are important to becoming a better writer and ultimately selling more books and building a career doing what you love, which is writing. So the very first thing that I would advise is write every day. I know you hear this all the time, and the reason you hear it all the time is because it's damn solid advice. Write every day. Get into the habit of sitting down with your computer or a pad and paper and write every day. You want the writing to become a habit. You want it to be second nature. When you're not writing, you should be thinking about writing. And if you do that every day, it is going to become a habit. They say that if you do something every day for, like 21 days, it just becomes second nature and you do it automatically. So that's tip number 1. Write every day. Tip number 2, write on a schedule. We talked about this in a video just the other day about setting goals, writing goals. And one of those goals is to not only write every day, but set a schedule so you know when you are going to write. And why that is so effective is, again, it gets you into the habit. A lot of authors will get up early in the morning and write for a couple hours before they go to work. John Grisham wrote on a park bench at lunch. J.K. Rowling wrote in a coffee shop. Others wrote when they got home. Write on a schedule. Figure out when is the best time for you to write, and try to write at that time every day. Again, you are setting goals. You are creating habits. You are trying to do this where it simply becomes second nature to you. So write every day. Write on a schedule. Create a quality product. Now that is the biggest duh that I'm going to give you, because it goes without saying that you should create a quality product, because without a quality product, you are not going to sell a lot of books over a long period. You might, if you're a great marketer, and I say this on this show a lot, marketing, unfortunately, is far more important than writing. A great marketer can sell a ton of crappy books, but a great writer who can't market won't sell crap. I think I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. That's pretty good. But it's got to be a quality product. It's got to be something that readers enjoy reading. We've talked about this before. It has to evoke emotion in the reader. The reader either has to love it or hate it. Either one. You want them to love it. But if they hate it, at least you have evoked an emotion in them. And believe it or not, a lot of people, word of mouth about books they hate, people will read the books just to see if they're really that bad. So focus on writing every day on a schedule, creating a quality product. Now, the way that you create that quality product is tip number 4, and that is by editing, editing, editing. Once you have written the book, if you've written one draft, my friend, you are not ready to publish that book. You have basically just written a draft. The whole purpose of the first draft is to give you something to cut and edit and rewrite to get you to the second draft. And then when you have the second draft, you should pass that on to an editor and let them have a go at it. And this is one area where a lot of authors really drop the ball because they don't want to edit. Oh my God, I hate editing my own books. Now, I'm a book editor. I make my living cutting up other people's books. But to do my own, it's just painful. And I think that's because as writers, we tend to love our own words. I love to read my stuff. I don't like to edit it. I don't. It's like, there's an old saying in the book business, sometimes you got to kill the babies. That's hard to do when that book is your baby. But to create a quality product, you have to edit. You have to cut. You never use a paragraph to say what you can say in a sentence. You never use a page to say what you can say in a paragraph. And I've done videos about the importance of editing and cutting out the fat and the redundancy and getting rid of the packing peanuts. That's what I call it. I see a lot of books that just have, it's like an empty box and the story itself is about that big and then they fill the box with packing peanuts. I see a lot of books that just are full of packing peanuts and they just need to be weaned out. So that's tip number 4. The next tip is to have an Ark team or an impartial reader that can read your book and give you an honest opinion. Now, an Ark team, that is ARC, Advanced Reader Copy. These are folks that you give an advanced copy of your book to before it ever goes to publish, and you let them read it and you listen to their feedback. Okay. Typically, you want your Ark team to be readers who love the kind of books that you write, and they know what's good and they know what's bad, and they have no bones about telling you. Don't let your mom read your book. Don't let your boyfriend or your girlfriend read the book because you are going to get a totally biased opinion. You want folks reading your book who are going to give you an honest critique. Part of my business is doing just that. I read a lot of books and I return a critique of everything that I think is right and everything that I think is wrong. And if the author is smart, they'll take those comments and they'll fix it because that helps it become a quality product. You also need reviews from these folks. These reviews are what's going to help you sell the book on Amazon. So focus on building an Ark team. I'll do another video about that because it really is one of the most important things you can do. Every successful author that I know has an Ark team reading those advanced copies, giving them the critical feedback. Next, once you have the book written and you have the book published, the next tip is you need to sell as much as you write. And what that simply means is you have got to be marketing and selling your books. This isn't Field of Dreams, folks. Just because you write it and put it on Amazon does not mean people are going to buy it. You have got to market your books. And the sad thing is most authors suck at marketing, and that's why most authors go undiscovered. I guarantee you right now, and you might be one of them, there are people out there who have written the most amazing books ever, and the world will never see them simply because they don't know how to market their books. And sure, you can hire people to market for you if you've got some deep pockets. You need to learn how to do that sort of thing yourself. And a lot of that has to do with social media, with Facebook, with really being interactive with your readers. And again, we've done more videos on that. Just search the playlist. But you have to always be marketing and selling at every turn. Use social media, use your website, do personal appearances, do whatever you have to do to sell those books. Don't ever be too proud. I talk to authors all the time. I just want to write. I'm not a marketer. I don't want to have to sell. I don't want to have to interact with people. I just want to write. Well, that's good. Just write. You'll notice you're not going to sell any books, but you're going to be happy just writing. If that's your goal, knock yourself out. And the next tip goes along with that. You have to treat this like a business. I did a whole video on this. I harp on this all the time. No longer can you just be a writer if you want to be successful. You have to treat it like a business. You have to work in it every day. You have to set a schedule. You have to create a quality product. You have to constantly be improving that quality product. You have to constantly be, finding who your customers are, interacting with your customers, marketing to those customers, and you have to treat it like a business. If you don't, basically it's going to remain a hobby, and the only people who ever read your books probably going to be just you. So that's it. Those are I lost count. That was probably like 50 tips that I just threw at you there. But the bottom line is always be writing, always be improving, always be marketing, and always keep trying to become a better writer. And hopefully we help you do that on this program. So, hey, if you have a question or comment, drop it in the comments below. If I use your question or comment on the program here, you will get a free digital copy of one of my books, either Angel of Mercy or Sins of the Father. Also, if you like what we do here, and God help you if you don't, click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, give us a thumbs up, and again, leave us a comment below. I try to read and answer every comment. I really love hearing the opinion from folks like you. And again, my whole goal with this is to help you become a better writer. All right? Go write something. Talk to you soon.